In this video, I'm going to be telling you how watching YouTube for 8 hours a day has changed my life, but not in the exact way that you may think. So, you may think that watching YouTube for 8 hours a day could be a good thing. Watching informative content, self-improvement channels, watching how-to videos to, start that business, or, find out how to make that girl attracted to you, or how to be a better communicator. You may think that watching all of those videos on YouTube actually provides you with knowledge. Unfortunately, I came to the negative conclusion that YouTube did quite the opposite. Here are some of the ways that I used to treat YouTube and how I want to inform you not to treat it so you do not waste years of your life away. Back in 2017, maybe 2018, I used to really be into YouTube. I used to binge watch videos, kind of convincing myself that I'm learning stuff. And essentially, it truly is what it was. I was just learning stuff. Unfortunately, as with all things in life, once you start to go out of balance, out of homeostasis, and you start to do it too much, it starts to have profound negative effects on your life. I would start to get comments from my mom, like, "Max, why are you sitting at home not doing anything and just watching YouTube? You're wasting your life away." And at the time, I saw nothing wrong with that. I genuinely thought I was sitting there watching all these informative videos, thinking nothing of it. And yeah, I was learning stuff here and there, but I wasn't actively taking notes. Here's the thing, guys. If you're not actively sitting down with a notepad, writing down the information, and truly letting it seep in, you're not actually learning anything. And here's why. Because when you watch 100 videos a day, 200 videos a day, whatever time allows, you are switching between subject to subject in the matter of seconds. Back in the day when we used to be tribal, we were not meant to intake information at such a fast speed and level. We saw a bear, then the bear was gone, then we saw a tree, then the tree's gone because we walked away from it. The scenery doesn't change, but now with an ever-growing social media and how the internet works nowadays, we are bombarded with constant changes of scenery, changes of objects, changes of information, and it quite honestly overloads the brain. And so, in convincing myself that I was learning every single day, here is how day in the life of a YouTube addict started. I would wake up, I would rush to the kitchen instantly to open up my computer and start watching YouTube to learn something informative. I would jump on the algorithm page and I would see a vast array of videos. Now sure, some of those times I would click on a video to watch something extremely informative, but usually it turned into an absolute spiral where the next YouTube video some channel recommends to me, I click on that, and that video sends me to the next video, then the next video sends me to the next video, and my brain kept convincing me that I needed to know that extra information. Because we humans, we have a fear of missing out. So if you struggle with the same thing I used to struggle with, it's likely because your brain is telling you that if you don't watch this video, you're not going to learn this extra one life hack that could potentially change your life. And that is exactly how the system wants you to think. It wants you to think that there's that bit of information that you can probably get by watching it, because it wants you to keep watching. But here is the thing that I want to tell you, that there is no extra information. There is no extra anything, really. If you truly, you would probably have to watch 10,000 videos to truly find that one gem of an idea to make it work for you. Most of the time, the fear of missing out comes from wanting to be in a good position in life, to have the upper hand, to know that, oh, once I know this one extra life hack, I'm going to be able to implement it and it's all going to work out. But let me tell you this. Once you're stuck in this phase called analysis paralysis, which is essentially a phase where you have to do enough research before you actually start doing something, that very state can quite literally keep you in there for months, if not years. Because let me tell you guys, this hat I'm wearing right now, Lucid Physique, my brand would not be able to be alive today had I not quit YouTube. It all started from doing a dopamine detox, and quitting YouTube was some of the best things that I could do for my mental health as well as for my goals. Because if you're not actively making decisions, somebody else or in the environment will make the decisions for you. Meaning, I had no time to set goals for myself because I was too busy watching other people live their life, and I do not want that to be you. So yes, watching 8 hours of YouTube a day did change my life, but it did not change it in the way that you might think. And if you are struggling with the very thing right now, where you're in a constant cycle of binge watching YouTube videos until dawn and then you go to bed, here's some practical advice that I can tell you to get out of that loop and finally start living the life that you were meant to live and not watch by the sidelines of how other people live their awesome lives. The first thing you can do, and that's what absolutely transformed my life, is doing a dopamine detox, which means absolutely cutting out all video format, all music format, you can even go extreme and do no caffeine, no sugar, all of that, but basically no stimulants for a whole week. And instead you can supplement that with reading, going outside, going into the nature, and doing all of the sorts. I promise you that literally changed my life. Yes, the initial 1 to 2 days was hard, but after that point, I had absolutely zero interest in binge watching YouTube videos. This doesn't just go for YouTube, guys. If you're addicted to social media, if you're scrolling on Reels for 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day, instead of producing, definitely do a dopamine detox. Because we are meant to be on this earth to be creators, not consumers. If you do not want to be like everybody else, then you have to be a creator, because quite frankly, the people that made this world amazing through evolution are the very creators, the entrepreneurs, the innovators. And I want that to be you, and I want that to be me, because I'm also on this journey, and I'm also learning a lot about all of this stuff. You know, this is like a recent thing. Like, I got out of a YouTube addiction about a year ago. So a year ago, my life looked completely different than from what it is today, in terms of confidence levels, in terms of everything. So yeah, a dopamine detox is the first thing you can do. The second thing you can do if you do not want to do a dopamine detox, allow yourself to only watch one YouTube video per day, and make sure that video is educational in some way. Because for some people, quitting cold turkey works. For others, not so much. So if you feel like you can't go without it, do one video a day. You know, go gradually, step by step. And the last thing that I can recommend is simply making your life more exciting. So much more exciting that you literally will not have time for YouTube. I'm talking get a dream job. Do a job that you absolutely love. Talk to people. Get to know people. Go out and meet some new people. Make friends. Plan trips. Go on amazing life experiences. Go to the bookstore instead. You know, that's another thing I want to mention. The biggest thing I did is swapped out my YouTube addiction for a book addiction. So now my goal is to read 40 books in 1 year. And that is one of the best decisions that I could have made. Because a book is essentially a focused funnel learning, where you learn a single topic over the course of, I don't know, however long it takes you to read that book. But that is way better than watching a YouTube video, because you get absolutely zero distractions. It builds up your focus, it builds up your attention, and you can take it anywhere with you. So definitely switch out the YouTube videos for a book. I promise you it'll change your life. And 2 of the books that I can recommend to you on this YouTube video, if you want to get into reading. If you guys are into business and you are subscribing to this channel because you want to see how to grow your own brand, which is something I will also be documenting on here, I suggest reading The Personal MBA. This is essentially a book on literally all the knowledge regarding business you will ever need without having to go to business school, without having to be a finance major. Guys, this right here is a life hack. This will save you tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loan debt. Another book that I have not started reading actually, but I do recommend because it is one of the most well-known books all around, and that is going to be The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So pretty thick book, but I'm excited to get into it. So guys, this will conclude the video. I hope you found some value in it. I hope that you now know that you're not alone, that if you have a YouTube addiction, I used to be in the same shoes as you, and you can break out of that cycle. I believe in you. And if you do actually need help, make sure to comment and be honest. And I will reach out and I will give you my personal tip of advice for your situation. But with all of that being said, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. It really means a lot to me, guys, that you are now tuning in and supporting the new channel. And yeah, make sure to subscribe because it really does help out the algorithm, and I will be posting more videos like this. And so with that being said, I hope you guys have a good one, and as always, reach your inner and outer potential.